This is the Power of Aura here, bringing you guys another Wi-Fi battle. This battle is against someone from TPX chat named Spirit Detective Buddy, and he's a pretty good battler. This battle had a lot of hacks and whatnot, which was kind of gay, but whatever, life goes on. He probably should have won this battle because I made a few stupid mistakes or whatever, but other than that, it was a great game, dude. I'll start the battle. So the match starts, and I lead with my nasty plot Mew because I figure he's going to send out something weak to one of my moves, because you see he has a pretty diverse team or whatever. So I straight up go for a nasty plot, which is not bad for me here, because right away he goes for a trick, and I'm like, what the fuck? Trick bronze, okay, that works. And he tricks me a choice band, which is not good for my Mew, because Mew doesn't like the choice band. But he's at 2+, and he tricks second, so I get to make another attack. So I'm going to go for Fire Blast here, and Fire Blast him into Oblivion, and second turn, this is where the first hacks happens. He gets a burn from Fire Blast, which is annoying, but yeah. So he sets up a Stealth Rock here, and I'm like, whatever, it's annoying, but whatever. So he gets burned out here, and then he goes into his Politoad. His Leap Rock, yeah, this thing. And it's annoying because someone's like, it went in my Fire Blast or whatever, and now fire moves are gonna fail for the rest of the game. So I take back my Psycho and I send out my Latios because Latios can take whatever from this thing. Here's the second hacks of the game. Basically, it's he goes for a Scald here and gets a burn, which first Scald, I guess 30% is not as bad as like the 10% for Fire Blast, so I'm not gonna hold it against him. And it didn't really matter that much until like later in the game when I got burned out, or I almost got burned. I don't know. But whatever, he protects here just to scout what I'm gonna do. And I'm Choice Specs Latios. His Choice Specs Latios is a beast, and I was pretty happy in the beginning of the game because I saw he had one Steel type on his team, which is Bronzong or Brozong. I don't know how to pronounce it. Don't judge me. Some Choice Specs, Draco Meteor, Latios, Timid, and whatnot, and that's because Latios is a beast. All right, just accept it. So he sends out his Jesus here, and I'm just like, what the fuck? And he's don't be Jesus. I don't even think you can nickname events because they're just event Pokemon. But whatever, he goes into his Raikou here, and I go to my iHacks. His iHacks is a Porygon 2, and a Porygon 2 is a beast, because Porygon 2 can take whatever the... You know what, Porygon 2 can take whatever the hell this thing can throw at it. And he goes for Hidden Power, so I'm seeing this thing, he's playing a little bit conservative with this, with Hidden Power Ice instead of Fire for Ferrothorn, because Ferrothorn's a bitch. So he goes for an Aura Sphere here, because I see, well, that makes sense. So Porygon 2 is a beast, though, and Porygon 2 is like, you know, screw it, I'm not dying. So he goes for Recover here, or I go for Recover here. And I figure he's going to switch out here when he sees that Aura Sphere will not kill this thing. But he goes for Thunder, which is not more, which is like, I'm thinking, it's actually the same amount of damage, but it's in the range, so it doesn't really matter for him. I was hoping I could get in on the Aura Sphere and, like, possibly get an attack off, but this is basically my fodder, because I thought it was going to Volt Switch or whatever out from Porygon 2. The next big hacks, this is actually more hacks for me, because this hacks is bad for him, pretty much. So I get paralyzed for the Thunder, and it's kind of funny, because he paralyzes himself with a Synchronize. See Weather Balls here, and that's like a it's a pretty beast Weather Ball thing, because it's like 100 base power in the rain. So it's like 150 base power. But since he's paralyzed here, Lucario can just come in and reap him with close combat, because that's what Lucario does. So that'll finish him off pretty much and scare him out, or no, not scare him, because it's not. You know what I mean. It's gonna kill him. So he's dead, and he sends out his Windmaker, and Windmaker is a Tornadus, as I was told, because I did not know the name of the flying thing, because the flying thing is not used at all. But it's actually pretty damn good. I mean, I don't see why nobody's using it, this thing. It has like this annoying speed number. Okay, so I predict the Hurricane or whatever, because that's like its only good stab move. And Metagross takes like a ton of damage from that, and I'm like wishing that like I had like the this Metagross is not perfect IVs, so I was thinking here if I had like perfect IVs I could have survived this Focus Blast following, but whatever. That was basically Death Fodder. I should have Bullet Punched it for more damage, but that's life, I guess. So now Latios comes in, and I'm expecting these things to have like the same speed as Thundurus or whatever, the annoying thing. But no, it's faster than me, and I'm like, what the fuck? Maybe it's because I'm Hidden Power Fire, but no, this thing is just faster than me because it's gay. It actually has like 350 speed, so I guess it's like base 111 speed, because Game Freak trolls like that. So now I go to my Azu, because Azu's Aqua Jet is monstrous in the rain, so it's basically like 90 base power. So it's like Scizor's Bullet Punch, which is insane, coming off of an attack stat of like 430. But that's not the point. He goes into his Haxorus here, and I'm expecting a Dragon Dance or some crap, because Haxoruses are always like, oh, I'm gonna scare something out because I'm so intimidating, so I'm gonna Dragon Dance. But I'm not intimidated, or whatever. It doesn't have Intimidate, so I'm not afraid of it, and I go for my substitute. And that's because Azumarill's a beast. So he goes for Dragon Claw here, and I'm a little bit caught off guard because I was expecting some setup move. And it does a pretty lot to me, because Haxorus has a nice attack stat. And I go for a substitute here. And now I'm like, okay, this thing's probably going to troll me now with Dual Chop, or whatever the new Dragon type attack move is that always trolled my Tyranitar. So I set up for a Focus Punch here, because Waterfall's not going to do crap to it. And it goes for Dragon Claw to break my substitute. Now, Haxorus, this Haxorus set is extremely bulky or some crap, because like, I think he told me he told me actually during the match it was like a bulky Haxorus, and I'm just like, no, he said it was a defensive Haxorus. I'm like, what the hell? But okay, that works. It has good resistances to like a bunch of common types and stuff, so I guess that can work. Whatever, man, it worked for you, so now the Focus Punch thing fails, and it has a little bit left, so I go into my Aura, and because Aura is going to take the Dragon Claw like a champ, and I'm like praying he doesn't Earthquake randomly here. And he doesn't, so he goes for Dragon Claw again, which is nice, because I can take that like a champ, because Lucario is pro like that. So now he goes into... Oh no, now I just Extreme Speed the shit out of this thing, because that's what Lucario does. And yeah, he's dead. So yeah, the thing that he's dead now. Lucario's at low HP, so he goes into his Windmaker here, and I'm just like joking with him because of the hacks of the game so far. I'm just like in before crit, and then it doesn't crit actually, but this thing's extremely frail, I guess. If I had Stealth Rock up before, this would have killed, and I would have gotten like a Lucario sweep here, but whatever, it doesn't. So he goes in for a Hurricane. And I'm like, whatever, dude. So, okay, so Lucario dies here, and Azumarill comes back in to do some work, because Azumarill does work. So, Azumarill goes straight up for an Aqua Jet here, and that's good because I don't know, it's good, shut up. Sorry. So I go for an Aqua... We weren't even talking, I'm just insane, whatever. So I go for an Aqua Jet here, and he goes into this thing I forgot about. It's a Scarf Cross. And I'm like, okay, Aqua Jet, bitch. And all I have left here is Azumarill and Porygon too. And I'm just like, whoa, Azumarill, no. And I'm like, fuck, crit, sorry, dude. And that will one-hit KO Heracross, and that is game. I'm sorry, buddy. Well, aside from the annoying hacks in the beginning, and end, and middle, and whatnot, that was a good match. And I saw use of something that's not used that much, Tornadus, which I think you guys should try it out. I mean, seems like a pretty beast thing. It outspeeds a ton of the tier, and it's pretty awesome. So, sorry for the hacks, dude. Great match, and I'll see you later, YouTube.